Welcome to Love of My Daughter-in-Law podcast. I'm relationship expert and master certified coach Leanne Austin. I'll help you create more connection and fun with others, especially your daughter-in-law. Hey y'all, welcome to Lovin' My Daughter-in-Law, episode number 136, Legacy with Liz Carroll. I love observing and connecting with other humans, especially noting how they feel and implement love into their lives and their relationships. We have the amazing Liz sharing some beautiful love and relationship insights with us today. All right, Liz, tell us a little bit about you.
Well, hello, Leanne. Thanks so much for having me first. You're one of my favorite people on earth.
Oh,
I am so happy to be here.
thank
A
you.
little bit about me is that I am a wife, mother of adult children, a grandmother, also former corporate executive or sales executive that set a goal and achieved financial independence and then was able to retire early and focus on my encore career. And in my encore career, I set myself up as a financial life coach. And I did that by becoming a financial coach and then a life coach and a yoga meditation teacher over the top of it. So I have a unique style in how I coach women and money.
That is amazing. All of those things. So cool. I love it.
Lots. Yeah.
It keeps you busy, huh? Well, all right. How do you incorporate love into your business and life, and how does that impact your relationships?
I love this question because I feel that I pause to identify what I love and asking myself also what would love do in this situation. It's one of my favorite questions that, I think I learned it from Byron Katie. I don't remember who exactly, but the what would love do and what do I love? Like, for example, in my business, I love my schedule. I love
Mm.
how I have structured my days and the way in my encore career, how I have white space on my calendar and I have time for my client. I love my clients. I love my offering and my program I love it. So that is like what I love because when I'm loving it and my cup is full with love, I feel like then you can radiate love to others. So it really helps in me knowing what I want and that whole component of self-love so that I have more to offer others in the area of love, whether that be a smile at the post office, whether it be my husband, children, or I'm a sister to many, there's those kinds of things. It's like extending love throughout once I feel love.
I love that so much. And I think you're spot on. That self-love radiates to everyone else around. I love that you incorporate that in everything you're doing. That's beautiful.
Well,
Beautiful.
thank you.
All right. So, what is something you love about you and why?
Mm. This is hard to say, right? Because it's like, yes, just talked about self-love. And then it's like, well, let me tell you about me, But the thing I do love about myself, and this has been something that I could go back and look at for decades past, is that I love my ability to have vision and visualize my future of what I want. And I love that opportunity to, like, for example, at one point I had visualized myself as an 86-year-old woman and writing out a check for a scholarship for another woman to be able to go to college.
Mm.
And I just wanted to be that kind of woman who could support someone I don't even know, but through the form of a scholarship. And I had little help along the way by women I never met.
Mm.
And I I thought I want to be that woman. And then I was reading the Green Lights book by Matthew McConaughey,
Mhm.
and he was talking about legacy, and it's something one of my core values is legacy. And I went, why am I waiting to be 86? What if I live my legacy now? What
Ah,
if I do it now? And so that is one of the things I love. I started a scholarship.
what? That is amazing, Liz. I love that so much.
Thank
Oh,
you. Like,
that's
it's like one of the things about I love that I want to feel generous right now.
mhm. Yeah. Oh,
I mean, it's not a lot of, I mean, it's in doubt. It's like I'm working on it, but I can't wait to meet her. The
oh,
first one.
that is so tender. And the fact that you're doing that, not only for yourself, but to help someone else is beautiful. Leaving that legacy. Oh, I love that so much. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So, and I created a program that helps fund it. So that's the part that is
Ah,
really fun is that it's like a ripple effect. It's like women helping women, helping women, helping women that they don't even
ah,
know. So.
that's amazing. Ah, so cool. Cool, cool. All right. So I love talking about connection with others and ourselves. And I think the daughter-in-law relationship is packed full of endless examples to learn from. So, any thoughts about either having a daughter-in-law or being a daughter-in-law?
Well, I had a wonderful mother-in-law first, so that was really helpful in that she was just a great mother-in-law. I married her baby, the sixth child,
Oh,
and
wow.
anyway, it was a very good relationship. But I think one of the things is I've watched a lot of other women. Like there was one woman that was a mentor to me in the way that she was a grandmother. I loved how she was a grandmother. I didn't love how she was a mother-in-law.
Hmm.
And I decided that I wanted to emulate her as a grandmother. And I wanted to make the decision that I would love my daughter-in-law no matter what.
Ah, yes. Yes.
And that I would not nitpick my daughter-in-law. Now, my son has been married 4 years this month.
Mhm.
And I absolutely love my daughter-in-law.
I love that.
And I decided to, one, he's a great kid. He made it easy. He chose someone wonderful. I have an amazing daughter-in-law.
Mhm.
But it's also because I tell everyone that asks me about my daughter-in-law, I have a common thing I say. I won the lottery.
Oh, that's
I,
so amazing. Yeah.
I won the lottery.
Mhm.
And that is how I think about my daughter-in-law every single time.
Mhm.
Are there things that she does that I'm like, that's a little
Uh-huh.
different than how I would do it? Of
Uh-huh.
course. And there's a
Yes.
lot of things I'm sure she's wanting to change, course correct or change on the way that I raised her son. But I will, or raised my son, her husband. But I absolutely feel like I won the lottery, and I say that all the time. And I have found ways to connect with her as an individual. Like we are
Uh,
both yoga teachers, so that's
oh, that's
really
cool.
yes.
Yeah.
And and I think she is an incredible mother. Oh my gosh, our grandson is just 14 months old now, but
Oh.
she is an incredible mother. And so my role, I feel, is to really offering her love and support
Hmm.
is an extension of offering love and support to my son.
Mm. Hmm. Hmm.
And then that grandmother role, I don't know how you're experiencing it, but I'm experiencing it is that I get to love my son all over again.
Yes. So
Yeah,
tender. Yes.
like, oh, it's so fun. And
Ah,
fortunately, my daughter-in-law, because of we have a great relationship, she provides me a lot of access. So that
that's
is one thing that I'm very fortunate. So
well, and you choosing to love her no matter what, and you choosing to share with people, I won the lottery. I got
mhm.
the best, that makes a big difference in how we talk about these people in our life. So just making that connection with her is so beautiful. I love that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
she's awesome. So that's and to see someone else who was so nitpicky or there was not ever a positive thing to say about her daughter-in-law, even though I loved this woman. Does that
Mhm. Mhm. Yep.
I went, I am not going to be like that. So,
Well, and that's so great. You learned from that to be like, wait, I'm not gonna, because no one likes to be nitpicked at all the time. It's like, no, that's not what strengthens relationships. So just intentionally not doing that is beautiful. Yeah.
yeah,
Ah, so good. All right. Anything else you'd like to share? And where can our audience go to find out more about you?
well, I like to talk about mindfulness and share that how it links to not only the relationships and business, but into our money as well. So I have a program called the Mindful Money Method. And I love talking about money and mindfulness and how they go together. So I hang out on Instagram and LinkedIn under
Mm.
Mindful Money Coaches. And that's the website as well, Mindful Money Coaches.
Okay, awesome. And I'll put that in the show notes too. Okay, excellent. All right. And what is your favorite question or quote about love, and how have you used it for yourself and in your relationships?
I shared the question I like to use earlier, but the quote I like to use that has spoke to me most recently, let's just say that the quote that has spoke to me most recently is never underestimate what little acts of love can accomplish.
Mm,
I think that's such a great use of words that never underestimate what little acts of love can accomplish. So consider myself a, high performing woman, and I love the accomplishment part of that quote, but I also love the acts as being service. Like,
mm.
what little things can we do in service to others? That quote, by the way, was from Macrina Widerker. I'm probably saying her name wrong, but she's a Benedictine nun that passed in the last few years. And she's the author of a book called Seven Sacred Pauses. And it's one of those books I like to read over and over, just because
Mhm.
her way with words is so beautiful.
Ah, I love that quote so much too. Never underestimate. Something to
Mhm.
think about. That is so, those little acts of love, so beautiful. Yeah. Well, thank you, Liz, for sharing your love insights with us. And I'm excited that Liz will be coming to our Connection Crew program and teaching next month. So if you want to join us and learn all about financial wellness and ways to plan for your finances moving forward, please join us in Connection Crew. It'll be so fun having her there. So we're looking forward to that. Thank you again, Liz, and have a good one, y'all. Here's to legacy, connection, and love. If you enjoyed this podcast, take a look at my Connection Crew program and one-on-one coaching options by checking out the show notes. In those programs, I teach and coach a variety of ways to have more fun and connection in your relationships. I also share how I have created a beautiful relationship with my daughters-in-law. And if you want one easy question you can keep in your back pocket and use to increase the love you feel for your daughter-in-law today, go to leanneaustin.com and get the one question.